Hey everyone, Tony George in the immortal words of David Lee Roth. Heard you miss me, I'm back. I got my pencil. Nonetheless, yes, I'm back. I got the Margaritaville hat on. Spent a little time down on the Salt Life in Pensacola and Gulf Shores area, Floribama bar. Great spot to go vacation. Crystal clear water. Beautiful, beautiful place to go visit. And pretty easy on the budget, as well as I'm a wing aficionado. I love me my chicken wings. Number one place on the planet for chicken wings. I just found it. It's called Sidelines Bar and Grill in Pensacola Beach, Florida. Write it down, tattoo it to your girlfriend's butt, get down there. Nice. And wing night is Thursday night, by the way. About 30 different flavors. Oh, delicious. And the blackened grouper, to die for. Mrs. George got that. All right, we're going to be talking NBA Finals, and then we'll tell you what's going on the website, and I will comment on the PGA Live Tour thing. The shocking news yesterday that floored me as I'm on a 3-hour layover in the Dallas airport. My phone started blowing up when I got off the plane, took it off airplane mode. I'll mention that, but everybody's here for the free play. We're on a 4-0 run in the NBA playoffs, and we have a 6-unit side play in this game tonight. But I will tell you this much. 214.5, I like the under tonight in this game. Looking at the scenario, looking at the 5-game stat averages for both teams, looking at what's going to be successful for both Miami and Denver tonight, it's going to be playing defense on both sides of the ball. Strategic chess match here. Miami pulled off one of the best fourth quarter performances I've seen anybody play in the postseason in Game 2. Again, their in-game adjustments with Eric Spoelstra as head coach is as good as anybody in the league. And they've only done in-game adjustments and been a very strong second-half team the entire playoffs, starting with the Bucks, then the Knicks, and then the Celtics, and now proved it in Game 2 against Denver, who had a double-digit lead and thought that they were invincible, and you cannot let your foot off the throttle in the NBA this deep into the postseason, especially against a well-coached team. But if you take a look at just a couple of stats here, I was going to throw them out, last 5-game stats for you. I will tell you that they don't lie. Defensively, these two are allowing 207 a game, and offensively scoring 211. The number's 214. Miami got hot from three-point range last game, but at the end of the day here, I really like the under in this game. I think it's too many. And what is it? Let's see. I was going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 unders and 1 over for Miami in their last 6 games. And they're at home where they play better defense. I think it's well worth the take on a small pick, free lean on the under 214 tonight. I think it's going to be right. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be right around that number, so you know. Over at DocSports.com today, as I mentioned, we have a 6-unit NBA top pick, side pick in this game. We've cashed 4 in a row. I've been telling you about prop bets nonstop. The daily cards are $25 over there. It's less than 2 people going through Arby's drive-thru. Over the last 30 days, we're up $3,135 to the good for a $100 player. Fact, documented. We have a 2-pack tonight in this game. We had a 7-unit NHL play on Monday that won at plus 120 on a player prop. 2 player props tonight. WNBA on a 6-0 run. 4-unit best bet tonight as well. And Major League Baseball on a 7-3 run, although we had a sizable position yesterday on a run line play. And Oakland scored 11 runs in that game and crushed us. So we have a 3-pack flat bet, 3-unit each, right down the board today for you over at DocSports.com. Free $60 link in the description below. Be sure and get over there. Get yourself a big winner tonight in the NBA. Get yourself a bunch of winners. The Live Golf Tour. Ironic, a year ago, during the Canadian Open is when they announced this tour, and Phil Mickelson and a couple of Brooks Koepka, a couple of big boys were going to DeChambeau, a couple of the big players, major winners on the PGA Tour, defected, for lack of a better term, for the Saudi-backed tour. And the PGA has spent the last 12 months just bashing the dog piss out of them and taking blood money, and these people that back it were behind the terrorist attack at 9/11 and all this politics and this, that, and the other. And basically Phil Mickelson and everybody that went were traitors. They took big money. You had Roy McIlroy turn down $400 million to go. Colin Morikawa, $300 million just to go. They have an unlimited supply of money. And now the PGA Tour joins them. Something's up. The full story has not been exposed yet. Tell you that right now. The full story's not been exposed. Because the live ratings are terrible. PGA Tour ratings are 1,000 times better than theirs. But the PGA Tour, I think, is lacking money. I really do. They had a $20 million purse in the Memorial Tournament this weekend, which is $3.5 million to the winner. They don't do too many of those big purses, but they decided to raise the purses on the PGA Tour to keep it attractive enough so more players wouldn't defect. And I think it caught up with them. I think maybe it's money-based, greed-based. You know, Jay Monahan is the biggest hypocrite on the face of the planet. That's the commissioner for the PGA Tour. That being said, I'm a golf fanatic, playing, watching. I'm going to see how the dust settles on this to see what the real story is before making any wild accusations or taking a political side or any of that stuff. But I'll tell you this much. The PGA Tour will never be the same again. And that's sad. But as we grow older, times change, things change. You know, everything changes. And, you know, when you get to be long in the tooth like an old savvy veteran like me, getting up there in years, you know, you hate change. Just like things the way they were back in 1985, including all the prices. But nonetheless, something we're going to have to digest, and I still haven't wrapped my head around it. But interesting development there on the PGA Tour. Docs, that's the place to be. Winners galore. Come on.